Hey all, how y'all doing? Today we are talking about the Delta Green Agent's Handbook. This is the newest iteration of Delta Green. I've reviewed some Delta Green products before. Go dig back and watch them if you'd like, or even if you don't like, I like getting more hits on my older stuff. It makes me feel like people love me. So, going forward with this, for those of you who don't know, Delta Green was originally published by Pagan Publishing in the mid-90s as a conspiracy theory secret government agency dealing with the Cthulhu mythos. There's a lot to handle there. The only issue I've ever had with Delta Green is it's very much a period piece. It was in the 90s, nobody trusted the government, secrets were out there, X-Files was in full swing, even though the game was very careful to separate itself from X-Files. It was more of a spy game meets Lovecraft. So actually, I got in on the early levels of this. I bought a copy of the book. I loved it. Mine is very well worn. And then there was a supplement for it. There were 3 chapbooks that were produced, which were then combined into one larger book with additional material. Delta Green holds a very special spot in my heart because, and I'm going to pretty much paraphrase directly from the Delta Green book here, it deals with an issue that I've always had with Call of Cthulhu, which is, why are the police sharing their files or sharing their investigation with civilians? And the example in the book, which I've always loved, is, why yes, tribal fisherman, I'll let you see the crime scene report. So this deals with it directly by you playing government agents. You play agents of the government from a variety of different sources. The original book was very loaded with everything that you could be. I'm not going to talk about the Delta Green mythology very much because 1, it's awesome and you deserve to discover it during play, and 2, it's not contained within this book, and I don't know what's changed going forward. I can't wait for the director's handbook to come out on this so I can devour it like I did the first one. So this runs on a modified BRP/Call of Cthulhu engine. So let's start with character creation. One of the things that's different here is your statistics are now lacking 2 of the classics you've always seen in Call of Cthulhu. There is no size and there is no education. There are 6 statistics now, and they are strength, con, dex, intelligence, power, and charisma. And for those of you who played a lot of Call of Cthulhu, you know that they've spun out charisma from power, which is nice because power was the all-powerful stat for a very long time in Call of Cthulhu. Another thing that is different about this book is it puts a bit more focus on combat than Call of Cthulhu does, because if there's ever a setting or a genre where you can meet the forces of darkness with a fully automatic shotgun, then this is that setting. So there's a bit more focus on combat. There's also a feature called bonds. And what bonds do are they are things that tie you to something else. And it's sort of like, not literally, this isn't bondage fun, but it's more like you are dedicated to your wife and family, or you fully believe in the cause and purpose of the FBI. As you see terrible things in the game, as your sanity starts to decrease, as you are exposed to more monstrosities and horrors, your bonds can be broken or burned. So you distanced yourself from your family. This game is very much about sacrificing your life, and not literally, literally and figuratively, for your cause, whatever it may be. So going forward with that, what kind of agents are we talking about here? Who can you be a member of? Well, it breaks it down into 4 main categories. You've got law enforcement, which includes the FBI, DEA, ICE, and U.S. Marshal Service. You've got the Department of Defense, Army, Air Force, Navy, Marines, and Special Operations Command, Intelligence and Diplomacy, CIA and Department of State, and Public Safety, CDC or EPA. I think a CDC scientist is one of the great underplayed characters in a Delta Green game. Personally, you don't have to come out of it with any of the combat skills that you need to survive, but it's a ton of fun. And if you want to be a legitimate scientist investigating these situations. Then it gives you an appendix on tradecraft, which is how to do your secret government spies type work. Everything from surveillance to how to dispose of a body properly. Folks, this is not a textbook. This is not a textbook on body disposal. Please don't treat it as such. The people from Bones will still find you. All in all, this is definitely a deconstruction of BRP and Call of Cthulhu applied to this specific setting. If you wanted to play a 1920s and antiquarian investigating the deeper mysteries of the mythos, this is not a system you should use. This is very much more a kick-ass, deal with your life and as things are being destroyed around you so you can protect the world from the mythos until you go crazy and then you are one of the threats sort of game. I absolutely love this. I love everything Delta Green. I love the backstory of it. I love the history. And I cannot wait to see how in the director's guide they update the setting with things like what's going on with the Karatakia, what's going on with Alzus and the fate, what's the ultimate fate of Majestic 12. They've hinted at some of these in fiction, which I've devoured, so I cannot wait to see what it looks like in the official updated versions. This is Delta Green. I absolutely love it. I can't recommend you get this highly enough. Have fun gaming, y'all.